Okay, so somebody can see and hear me. Can you hear me on YouTube? Still no sound on YouTube. Check. That's weird. Well, it's interesting that you can hear and see me on Facebook, and I'm assuming on my website, but not on YouTube. And I'm just afraid that maybe your sound is down on your computers, and that's why you can't hear me. And you're not going to be able to hear me say that. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and keep going because people can see and hear me, and people are here. So I want to thank everybody for coming. I know it's been a long time. Lots of stuff has happened over the last few months. Oh, good. The sound is now working. Yay. Okay, so there's been so much that's happened. It's kind of crazy. It's hard to believe it's October. It's actually World Cardmaking Day. So I am doing a thing today for World Cardmaking Day. Let me shut the volume off on my phone. Otherwise, every time I get a message, I'm gonna get a beep. Okay, so it is World Cardmaking Day, which, you know, is something that was made up. Sorry, gotta adjust my shirt here. Something that was made up by Papercraft magazine out of the UK many years ago, and it's just a great time in October. It's kind of the kickoff to the holiday stamping season, I like to call it. This is about the time of year when I start stamping all kinds of stuff. And, you know, many, many years I've had, my mom used to call it bursitis. I don't know. But I had, you know, I called it tennis elbow, only I called it stamping elbow because my arm would get so sore. And it was really from stamping and cutting and stamping and cutting. But anyway, I've got some things to show you today, some pretty simple little projects. Stuff I've been working on. I am here to answer questions. If you have any, please feel free to ask. And if there's anything that anything I can do to answer your questions, let me know. So I'm going to be checking around today as we're going around here just to make sure everything's working. As you know, a couple months ago, I had some major issues and I wasn't able to get online. I think my son has now fixed all that. So my hope is when I go to switch my camera back to my stamp table, back there to do some work, it will all switch over and you'll be able to hear me. So I think what we'll do is, it is 10 o'clock now, so other people will start jumping on. Excuse me. I've had kind of this cold thing going on too for a couple weeks. So luckily you're out there and I'm in here and you won't get it. So do a quick check. I haven't heard if anybody can see me on my website at this point, so I'm not sure. But people are able to watch me on Facebook and YouTube. So we're good to go. That's awesome. If I pull up my website, it will end up being too much drag on the video. So I'm going to switch my camera over and we will get started. Yay, it looks like it's switched. That's awesome. Okay, so just quickly, I'm just going to show you this project that I did. This was one of the projects out of the holiday mini catalog, one of the first projects that I did. I loved this Christmas countdown project. Now I have it just showing you this project kit because I actually put it together, but I flipped around the boxes and did the back side, and I wanted to show it to you quickly. This is really a fun kit. It was really easy to do. It comes with you purchase a stamp set, which I actually loaned out to a friend of mine. Oh no, here it is. It's here. It's back. So this is the stamp set that coordinates with this kit. It's called Christmas Countdown. It's a great stamp set anyway. These are fabulous. These border stamps. So let me show you. Yeah. So you got these long border stamps, and they're easy to line up. And then this is a great little texture stamp. Oh, the sun's going to be kind of an issue today. Sorry. We should just be thrilled the sun is out, to be honest with you. So anyway, I put this together when the holiday catalog first came out. And then I was sitting there that day, and it was just a friend of mine and I stamping. And I pulled out the Halloween paper, which looks like this. See, I've been using some. So it's this great paper with all these frames and little characters and jars. scrapbooks. It's really fun paper. I don't know why, but this year I really love the Halloween paper. And then you have your backside, which are a little more muted colors, muted blends. But I took those papers, and that's all I did with this little box. Is this is the side of the actual Christmas, and then I flipped it around and made it a Halloween kind of treat thing. And then these are just, I think they're 2x2. Yeah, 2x2 squares. And then I used our small punch, circle punch. Let me grab it. I think it was 1-inch punch, or is it 3/4 inch? I don't know. I'll have to check. Anyway, and just cut the slot out, and then attach these to the back of the boxes. So I kind of made this a dual kit by having two. Goodness, I hope that I'm on. Can somebody let me know? Can you see where I'm demonstrating at the table? I don't want the camera to be showing me standing at my table. Okay, it sounds like everybody. Well, I'm just going to keep going. And if you can't see the thing that I'm showing you under the camera, then I'm really sorry, and we'll try this again. Okay, so anyway, I just used the designer series paper, and I covered each of the boxes with different paper, and then I cut out some of those frames. And those are actually attached with dimensionals. And then I did go around with a little Wink of Stella and just added a little glittery glitz to it. Not much, but just enough to give it a little oomph. And I just, can I show it to you in the light? Maybe it shows up, I don't know. But like the moon is glittery, and the frames are, and the jars. Anyway, it was just another way to use this kit, make it a year-round, so I could use it more for more things. The other thing that I wanted to do was do like a birthday one. I have a friend of mine whose grandbaby has a December 25th birthday, and this would just be kind of a fun thing for her to do, some little thing to count down her birthday. Anyway. So there's that. I've done a few other things. So I don't know if you guys have seen the coffin boxes that we have in the catalog. And they're cute. They're good size. So they come flat as a box. Somewhere in here I have a couple extras. But anyway, with this one, see, I just added this piece of designer series paper to the top of the coffin, and then again tied some glittery ribbon and attached one of those frames. Just really simple, but I made a bunch of them to show you. So this one, I actually covered the whole cover of the box with the designer series paper and tied with a ribbon. But you know, open it up, they've got cute little boxes. I've seen some people have done little pop-up cards that come pop out when you open up the coffin. Here's another one that just was paper. Just put paper on there. Actually, and I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but I sponged this paper. I sponged this too. Oh, and this one. Just to kind of mute out the designer series paper. And then I have some more fancy one. Oh, here's one I did. And I just embellished it with some paper spiders that I used the die cuts for. And then I made a couple more fancy boxes. More fancy. Is that a good word usage? Here's one, just a frame on top. That's it. It's just the box and that little frame. So you can make these as complicated as you want or as easy as you want. But these here, I kind of got inspired by the catalog. So this is the Wicked die. And this one I just embossed and added a couple embellishments onto it. That was kind of fun. I did this one. So this is designer series paper, this Wicked, and the glitter ribbon. Stamped a couple of the sentiments, added some rhinestones, but this is actually black and white. That purple is actually black and white designer series paper. I'll show you what I did with that. Then this one got really complicated, but it's just really adding a little bit more. So I embossed the spider webs with glitter embossing powder, punched out some glitter spiders, added my ribbon, stamped my sentiments, only this time I did it in gray. And then again, I used the designer series paper and I sponged it to make my wicked. But it was just really fun to do a couple different things. So this is the paper that I used. And what I did was, let me grab I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss. Oh, no, I'm not. It might be too dark. I'm going to use the grape. Let's try the grape. It might be the color I use. So this is gorgeous grape. And just a sponge. And I just went into the ink pad and then just sponged my paper to make it any color you want. Which is great because then it coordinates with our ribbons and our cardstocks. And that was it. And then I cut out the wicked. So that's how I did these two and actually gave them just a different look. Now the wicked would be cute just cut out with this paper here, but the nice thing about the black and white paper is that you can coordinate it to make and look different. Okay, I'm going to pop back over, see how we're doing. Make sure that I'm still live and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, let's see. Okay, so hopefully now you can see me. I hope I didn't screw up. But if I did, it's not the end of the world, right? I'm going to pop back over and see how we're doing. Make sure that Okay, it looks like I was on. Awesome. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, go ahead and pop them into the comment box wherever you are. People over on my website can now hear me. That's good. I guess I just didn't have my microphone on, right? Which, you know, lots to remember. I don't know if people over on Facebook are actually hearing me. Maybe they are. Okay. So hopefully it switched around to the various ways that I was. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Gosh, I feel kind of lost. Awesome. Okay, so if anybody has any questions. There we go. Okay, so that is just some really quick Halloween stuff. I'm going to go ahead and pop back over there and we'll do a little bit more stamping. If anybody, wants me to do anything, let me know. I keep getting messages from my website. Yep, they can hear me. I have no idea about Facebook. No idea. Yeah, the boxes are cute and they're really easy to make, Joan. Or they come as two pieces that you just glue together. Judy says that box would be cute to store embellishments in. Absolutely. That's one of the things that I was looking at afterwards, and an advent calendar is great. And I have, kids that would love it, my grown-up children. But I thought that box would be so fun to have my embellishments in after Christmas. And although I did the Halloween on that side, I'm fine with that. I did try to do the other two sides of the box, but it got too thick and it wouldn't go, the drawers wouldn't slide in. So I'm, if I don't use it for Halloween, then I will probably just pull that paper off and put some different paper on. I was just playing that day for fun and it was great. I'm just quick looking. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch us back over to the table. And I used a couple of, I have a couple of items here that I wanted to show you some more. These boxes were fun. So cards. So I made some cards with the same designer series paper. Super easy to do. So these cards are just a 4x5 1/4 piece of designer series cardstock. I trim it off. This is probably trimmed at like 2 inches. And then I flip it over. I actually embossed with the glitter black embossing powder and that sparkly ribbon. You can tell I like that ribbon. But just make it a really quick Halloween card. And then on the inside, I just took a strip of the paper and stuck it along the bottom here to add a little decoration. This too is 4x5 1/4. And I actually embossed, I don't know if you can see it, but it's embossed and glittered That wicked is. The rest of the words are not, but the wicked is. So there's one card. And then this was another card that was just kind of fun to make. Same concept. I used a piece of, so this cardstock was 11 by 4 1/4, and then I scored it along the bottom here at like 2 inches, and then I think this was 4 inches. Or not, so it equals 5 1/2, because that's the length of the card, okay? So, and then I just did a couple of, a little bit more glitter embossing with that glitter ribbon, and I punched this circle out with the scallops punch and a circle punch. And then when you open this up, it's actually a pocket. So I glued it up the sides so I could tuck a gift card inside there for somebody for Halloween if I have somebody that I want to give a bigger gift to. Super easy. And then we have a new little nugget box. Stampin' Up! Had this nugget box a few years ago, and they were big. And these are just, this is the newest one. And what I like about this, let me grab it. Because our old, I should mini curvy keepsakes box. I should call it what it's supposed to be called. The other one that we had is a little bit bigger, and you cut 2 pieces and put them together. Well, for this one, you just cut 1 piece. You run this die through with some designer series cardstock or regular cardstock or whatnot, and then you make these little boxes. So these went fast, and they're not taped. You just fold it, and you see how it locks down there, and little candies in there. But I made a whole bunch of them because I was just kind of goofing around and playing with it one day. But anyway, I like the mini curvy keepsake. Comes with a bunch of tags too, and it makes some really fast and quick, easy little treat bit boxes. I'm sure I'll be making lots and lots and lots of those over the next few months. Let's see what else. Oh, I wanted to show a couple other things here. I just got, excuse me. Okay, so this stamp set came in the mail from my upline. It was a gift. Boo to you. And I just think that this little guy here looks just like the person from the character in the book Where the Wild Things Are. And then we have these new assorted googly eyes, which are actually colored. So like these, there's purple, there's, grape, melon, there's some white ones to use with this set. So I just thought I'm going to pull out one of these because I haven't even played with it yet, as you can see. And we are going to make a purple monster. So let me grab an ink pad and a piece of cardstock. So this is our thick Whisper White, cut 11 by 4 1/4 as a base. It's really heavy. It's heavier than just our Whisper White that's kind of flimsy. I kind of like it as a card base. I'm grabbing a couple of markers. And a stamp. So of course, as you know, you're going to pull off the back part, which leaves this kind of sticky, and it does stick to your stamps like that. It does stick very good. If you want to put the actual sticker on, these are really sticky. So I'm going to pull off the paper for that stamp. And then I'm going to line this stamp up, and you want to make sure that you're kind of standing right over it. But the outline of the stamp with the sticky stuff is the same outline as this stamp. So you're just going to line it up, press it down, and I found that it's best to pull back then and pull that off, and then you've got a really sticky stamp. So our cling stamps are very clingy, if that's a word, and you want to be careful when you're using them for things like know, I can stamp that. I can clean this and that's not coming off. I could leave this laying around and it's not coming off. But if I leave it laying around too long, I'm going to have trouble getting it off. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you're taking your stamps off the clear pad, instead of grabbing that red rubber or pulling on it, you want to make sure that you lift a corner and then pull it off. Because they are so sticky that some people have actually went to pull them off by grabbing the red rubber, and the red rubber came off, but the foam mount stayed on. So you don't want that to happen. That kind of would be a nightmare. So anyway, I've got this cute little monster here, and I'm going to go ahead and use, this is Highland Heather in the blends. I've got both light and dark. And I'll probably use I think we need a bright color in here too. I just grabbed some colors. Now we'll see what I got. So I've got Call Me Clover and So Saffron. Oh, that's what we're using. Okay, so I've got this little Highland Heather, and this is just the light. And I'm actually just laying down a kind of a base. One of the things I found with this thick cardstock and the blends is that they absorb into the paper quickly. So what that means is you just want to be a little bit more careful when you're going around your edges so that you don't end up with marker just bleeding out into outside the lines. Not that it would matter with this one because kind of a caricature, and you could color outside the lines with this. And then you're going to come in with this color. I just did a little highlighting with that black, and now I'm just going in to add a little color to blend it in together. Not a lot, just a little. And then we'll do a little light Call Me Clover and a little dark Call Me Clover. And this time I'm using the bullet point because it's a smaller area. We're going to just do his teeth yellow. Maybe his claws on his feet yellow too. And this is So Saffron. And then I'll just add some darker color in there. So very simple card. And then I'm going to come in with my googly eyes. I don't know, I think I'm going to add some white eyes, some big googly eyes on here. So kids love googly eyes. They like cards with googly eyes because it gives a little movement to your card. Take these, and I'm just laying these onto the mini glue dots. If I can pick this one up, there we go. Like that, and then, so that's got a mini glue dot on it, and then I can just add my dots onto my monster. And it just adds a little bit to it. This is going to be a really easy card, because sometimes I think we get complicated and we make things harder than they need to be. Those of us, we all have busy lives, and if I get too complicated, I may stamp one card, and I need to be. There you go. So you notice I just did everything down in the corner. Just one layer, boo to you, and my card is really actually done. It's super simple. It has that coloring in it. It does come through on the back because I used the blend, so if I wanted to cover that up, I could layer another piece of cardstock behind here, or I could cut this out. I could actually trim this off if I wanted to make it fancier, and maybe I'll do that. So that would be a simple card. Let me grab some cardstock here, and we're going to make it just a little bit more complicated. but we'll take some of the Highland Heather, purple, and we'll use a little. So the dog is barking, as you can hear. We have a big apple tree in our yard, and every day the deer come to eat the apples. I'm looking for a piece of black cardstock. Oh, here it is. I had it out already. And so they terrorize the dogs because the dogs want to go out and chase them out of the yard. So that you're going to hear a lot of barking. So some of you may know, Montana got hit last week with a big storm. I'm just cutting this down, and I'll show you here in a second what I did. So I cut this down, and I cut it off, and I just cut a 1/2 inch on both sides. And I'm going to use this black cardstock to make a little frame. So this cardstock is going to get cut like 5 1/4 by 4. See if I like that. And I'm just going to layer that onto there. Now that frame is fine for me, but I think I'm just going to make it even smaller because I just want a little tiny frame, like just 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to trim down both those sides. Like that, like so. Somebody asked me about the new ink pad, so I just have a little border of ink on there. So somebody asked me about the Purple Posy ink pad. Stampin' Up! Has just announced that it is available. They had some issues with the ink over the last few months. Actually, once they produced the ink, they found out that it was kind of breaking down. So they stopped production and started over, and they have now come up with a formula that they're happy with. I'm happy about Stampin' Up! Doing those kinds of things, that they don't just put stuff out there, whether it's decent or not. And so the Purple Posy ink and refill are now available for everybody, and which is great. So whoever asked that question, I knew that you asked. I saw it when I was over there, and then I forgot to answer you. So anyway, to make it a little more fancy, I just did a little trim of black and a trim of that purple. And that just brings this card up just one more notch. If you wanted to, you could actually come back in. See if I have any more of this. I don't know what it is about this black glitter ribbon, but I love it. And I could actually, yep, I think I will. Now I could take this all the way around the card, but I'm actually going to take it, pop off this layer. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a simple card and I'm complicating it. So I'm going to add the ribbon. So again, when I'm doing a bow, and I think I want to do a bow. So you're going to do 4 lengths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just enough. Now my black glittery ribbon is officially gone. So when I'm doing a bow, I do 4 lengths of whatever I'm tying it around. And if I'm doing a knot, it's 3 lengths. But that will give you plenty of ribbon to complete your bow. Like that. And then I'm going to attach this. So I've just taken this really cute, simple card and just stepped it up a bit. Like that. Ta-da! Anyway, just like I said, I got this stamp set in the mail, and I really wanted to play with it because am I still live? Okay, so thanks, Diane. Like the samples of the book. Yeah, okay. You can see and hear me. Everything's looking good in Indiana. That's good, Lily. Facebook is good. Not sure the comment worked. I'm multitasking in Pennsylvania. Watching you on iPad and Penn State game on TV. Didn't want to miss a chance to see you live. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm going to I've got a couple comments here that I want to answer on my website. People are still there. That's good. Great. Anyway, I just wanted to do some quick, easy projects for this World Card Making Day. Get back online. Hope that everything worked correctly, which I think it did. We will have door prize drawing. If you want to go ahead and click. Oh, I don't think I put it into YouTube. I'm going to ask those of you. Okay, so now we're back. Those boxes are cute. Love the ribbon. Just made it. Joan just got her purple posy pick. Oh, she just got it purchased, and she was sad it took so long. Okay, so if you are on my website, there should be a link down below where you can sign up for my door prize drawing. On YouTube or on Facebook, you can go ahead and there's a button right below where you're watching that says door prize. If you click on that, you'll get in the door prize drawing. If you're on YouTube, I just realized that I forgot to post all the information into YouTube. So I would recommend that you go to my website, www.DDStamps.com. In fact, there is a link in the description below on YouTube that will take you right to my website. And if you drop down to Let's Celebrate World Cardmaking Day, the headline, it's right below the host code. That will take you to this event on my Facebook. And there's a link there for you to sign up for the door prize. I know that's a long way around, but I forgot to put it on there. So you'll have to join in on my website. So I'm going to give people a little bit more time to do that because it's a little more complicated this morning than normal. People are finding it though. I should have asked, how did you get here? So let me know. Give it a few more minutes. Okay. I've got some really cute cards here for my tutorial this month. Is the snowman, the Let It Snow snowman. So I've made some fun, cute, easy cards, adorable, using all this with glitter paper. That paper's fabulous. I will say that the holiday catalog papers are the cutest things I've ever seen. They're beautiful. So that's fabulous. If there's no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and let people sign up for the door prize. If you're on YouTube, head on over to my website where you can sign up, and I can kind of watch because how many people get signed up. Yep. Okay. So today's door prize, let me find it. Oh, here it is. I've got an extra hand delivered. It was a hostess set from last year. It's a great little set for birthdays and balloons and everything. So this is the door prize. So what happens is I pick a number before we get started. I pick a number. Today's number is 22. So everybody around on YouTube, my website, and Facebook all fill out the form. It all populates into a spreadsheet. I pick the person that has that number, or the line that has that number, and that person wins the door prize. And then that person needs to contact me and let me know if, oh good, Joan got signed up. So I know that people on YouTube know to go to my website to get signed up. Anyway, then that person needs to let me know their address or their, so I can get this sent out. Oh, the new trimmer. Somebody just asked me about the new trimmer. So the new paper trimmer is available right now for demonstrators to pre-order. And so Stampin' Up! Is hoping that the new trimmer will be available for customers beginning in November. It really depends on how many demonstrators participate in the pre-order. They want to make sure they have enough so that they don't go live with a product and then it runs out right away. I appreciate that. So this new trimmer has been in the works for a while. I got to play with it when I was on the cruise this summer with Stampin' Up! It's nice. It's got a wide platform. The arm comes out. The numbers are bigger. The anyway, one of the issues with the old trimmer was it took the blades for them had to be handmade. And so it was very time consuming and expensive, and they would find somebody that would do it and then they would bail out because the bid, they bid it and then it was more time consuming than they thought. So that was really an issue. And then there were some other manufacturing issues. And so Stampin' Up! Has come out with this new and improved cutter. I don't have it yet. So when I have it, I will share it with you and let you see it. I personally have other cutters, so I just use what I have. You don't always have to have the best, the newest, I guess. Always have to have the best, but not always the newest. So, check that out. Yeah, I'm not getting many comments on Facebook. Okay, so it looks like everybody had a chance to sign up. Number 22 happens to be Wanda Bailey. She wins the stamp set. Wanda, if you want to go ahead and send me your address, either through Messenger or through an email, it's Diane@DDStamps.com, or through Messenger on Facebook. That would be great. I will get this sent out to you. And I appreciate everybody showing up. If you have no more questions, it's a beautiful day today in Red Lodge, and we don't get those very often. We haven't had them very often. We ended up with like 5 days of snow last week. I got to get outside and get my yard ready for winter. It's the snow melted. We didn't get a ton on the ground, but I got to get my yard picked up and ready for winter. And other than that, I will try to be live again next Thursday. I'm looking at next Thursday in the evening. I think the computer works better in the evening. I think I get more streaming. But anyway, if you have questions, otherwise, just feel free to contact me, message me, or send me an email, and I will help you. Thanks, and I hope you all have a great day.